folks, in today's video we're gonna spend $66,000 on the Stoney Ridge farm. Mega shot time, baby. Woo! Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another awesome day here on the Stoney Ridge. So, we've got concrete coming. We've got concrete trucks coming. We got everything coming today. Sun's just now peeking over the sky right here, and we're gonna be pouring the pad for the mega shop. So if you tuned into the last video, we poured the footings right here. There'll be clips of all this progress as we go, and we'll do a start to finish project on the mega shop video after all of this is done. So what we're doing today is pouring the concrete pad, and I told you guys I'd take you around before we poured to show you what all's going on. Today's the day. Woo! All right guys, so what we got going here is a mega shop project. It's a big project for sure. These guys have done an awesome job. This is Ray's Concrete, a local concrete company here in North Carolina. What I have here are three floor drains right here. So that'll be the depth of the concrete right here. We're gonna pour right up to those floor drains. Needed floor drains in the shop in case we pull in a wet vehicle or something like that. Or in case we get a big flood. We get some water in the floor, we'll be able to get them down the floor drains. If you look right here, we've got a vapor barrier. There'll be a vapor barrier over this whole area, I do believe. This vapor barrier houses some of the plumbing for potential plumbing projects here. You can see right here some rebar that helps to secure the pad itself to this area right here. So they're gonna get started, and we'll get you guys progress as we get busy. This is a fun job today, man. Awesome time. Please pound that like button as you come in the door here. This is good stuff. Good hard work. So what you guys are seeing is not what they call a monolithic pour. A monolithic pour would be a pour over top of the pad and the footings at the same time. So we're doing the pad and the footings at a separate time right here, simply because of the amount of concrete that's being poured and the weather. So weather was really a factor in pouring this concrete. We are several days from when we poured the footings, and this concrete will take approximately 28 days to finish curing. The concrete guys say that it never really stops curing. In other words, concrete just pretty much goes through a lifespan after you pour it. So the weather's perfect here. We're gonna be about 70 degrees today. perfect day for pouring concrete so it'll harden up nice and stiff. The building goes up starting on May the 18th, and today is March the 13th. All right, guys, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on here. So you may not understand all that's going on if you're pouring a concrete pad yourself, or if you're just curious. I'm gonna give you a little bit of terminology. So these rakes they're using are called come-alongs. Throughout the pad right here, there are stakes, rebar stakes drilled into the pad or hammered into the pad, and they are set at the specific level that the concrete needs to be at that point, okay? So that's how they get level. They take their laser and they go around and they make sure it's all squared away. Now each floor drain, you need to think about that, has to have a little bit of a slope down to it. So there'll be a slope towards each floor drain. There'll also be a slope towards the door so that water flows out the door, okay? This is called a screed board, I do believe. And then over later on this trailer, you'll see the concrete finishing tool. So there's a mechanized tool that's used to smooth the concrete. So first thing they got to do, get it poured, get the right level, get everything squared away, make sure there's no low spots, no high spots. Then they come in after it starts to set up and they polish the concrete. Then after that, they'll come in and they will cut lines into the concrete. These lines prevent cracks from wandering all through the concrete. In other words, the concrete will settle and will eventually crack, but it will crack on the lines that are cut into the concrete. Now, he's getting ready to start finishing on the other side. This is a massive undertaking, guys, and a lot of folks have asked, why didn't you do it yourself? Look at the crew that's working out here. These guys are experts, and you need to hire an expert, especially when you're spending this amount of money on a piece of property, on a nice shop. Cool, let's get some more footage. So as we're pouring, we're bringing in more and more concrete trucks. I'll tell you guys at the end of the video how many yards of concrete we're pouring here. Again, the cost of this is going to be about $66,000 today. This is an expensive day on the farm, but I've prepared for it, and this has been planned for a very long time. When these guys get done and they empty their trucks out, they have to clean them, okay? So they're over here right now. This guy's over here spinning. This guy's over here. They have a built-in water tank and water system. And this fella's over here rinsing off the chutes real quick and rinsing out the barrel. So we'll get over here and we'll take a quick look at that. Now you got a farm yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
What kind? Y'all raise beef cows or what?
Yes, beef cows.
Right on.
Charolais Angus cross.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good to have you.
Thanks, sir.
So you see, he's rinsing that clean. Make sure it's nice and clean, because if it's not, it'll set up inside the barrel right there, or it'll set up right here and ruin their equipment. So it's very important to clean off concrete as quickly as possible if you're not pouring it on something. You see right here, he's building the chute. So the chute comes hanging on the concrete truck, and then they build it out for the length that it needs to be. Sometimes it doesn't need to be as long as what we're using right here. These guys are doing a great job. The wind is starting to pick up. Beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge, man. Pound that like button, guys. Woo! You guys might be questioning why the pipes right here. So I've got it roughed in for plumbing. If I decide to put some plumbing in here, odds are there will be a toilet and potentially a 3-bay sink right here, a little butcher shop area for the farm. So that's why all the plumbing pipes are sticking up right here. Farm office, butcher shop will all be right in this area. This will be a 6-inch pour on this side where all the equipment's gonna be. And this is a 4-inch pour over here on this side. There is one drain right over there. So folks, I'm gonna leave these guys to work for a few hours and we'll come back up here, see what the progress is like and check out the polishing job. Odds are these folks will be here till at least 5 o'clock. We're at about 8 a.m. right now, so busy, busy day. They were here before sun up. All right, guys, what a long day. So I've been out working on water pipes all day long, and these guys have done a fantastic job. They're just now cutting the joints in here. These are joints that are cut into the concrete to help prevent cracking. We've got a couple little cracks because the weather was a little odd today. It got really, really windy, really hot, and low humidity, which can cause a problem. So got these guys out here cutting right now, but as you can see, it looks awesome. It looks super, super awesome, guys. It's all polished up, looking great. It's got a cure, and it's gonna take several days. I'll show you where the crack is. There's just a little crack running through, and you know, concrete. You just never know, concrete. Larry Ray's Concrete is who I used in this job, and he's already offered to cut up any of the spots that had any little cracks in it. So he's standing by his work, which is really, really awesome. Very, very cool. So that's it, guys. Pad is done. Looks awesome. Again, we've got plumbing here for a shower, bathtub, all that stuff. I'm not sure if we'll be putting that in just yet, but we'll see. Electrical permits next, and the building will be here on May the 13th, okay? So we're gonna be pausing on this project until May, and yeah, awesome, guys, awesome. 28 days to cure. Thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm today, guys. Please pound that like button on your way out. I hope you're enjoying the series here, building the mega shop. Awesome. See ya. Woo! Well, come on down.